Hello and welcome to another live session here on YouTube. Well, what I want to share on tonight as the structured topic is change. The change of seasons. Change is one of the hardest things that we struggle with mentally. Sometimes change is forced upon us due to circumstance. And Simply Seminole's on the live check, and I want to acknowledge her before I start my ramble. Simply Seminole is a great woman I've met on my channel for this season of our togetherness, because what I've learned in YouTube, just like life, there's a couple months, there's a couple days, sometimes you connect with someone on a deep level, but a couple months from now, you may be on totally different pages and you may not speak to each other. But that's okay. That's part of life change. Um, but Simply Seminole is a woman from Florida who got out of a abusive relationship. Whether it was physically abusive or not, it was unhealthy. An unhealthy relationship is a better way to categorize it. Uh, Due to insecurities, find due to her needing to find herself, find her confidence, and heal. Sometimes we rush into different things, and we haven't healed enough to have a foundation set in the aspect of knowing ourselves and knowing the best thing for us. But her, like many people that I've met in this nomadic journey, have found healing in minimalism. Minimalism is healing. Why is it healing? Because the less you have to worry about, the more you can focus on healing, the more you can focus on self-care, the more you can focus on peace, less anxiety with less stuff. Now, some people can't get that. Simply Seminole's also catching shit from her friends and family because they think she's crazy. Let me tell you something I've learned in life. Losing 200 pounds, building a successful career, going forward in life when other people didn't. You know what I've learned? Is when people think you're crazy, you're on the fucking right track. When people think you're crazy, you're on the right track. Because the people who think you're crazy, they're popping pills, they're drinking wine at night to self-medicate their pain. Okay. They got a history of divorce, the people giving you advice. They're in debt, the people giving you advice. They're in a fucked up relationship themselves, giving you advice. They're struggling to keep their sanity. They're struggling to keep their health. Who are they to give you advice? When people think you're crazy, you're on the right track. Keep going forward. Don't judge them, but this is what you have to have in your mind. Because for this season, you need to go on this path. You need to go on this journey to heal and to find yourself. And maybe this season of car living will last for years. Maybe it'll last for months. Maybe it'll last for weeks. But that's for you to determine as an adult. No one else. As long as what you're doing is not hurting anyone else, doesn't matter what they think. And that's how you build your life, through confidence. Humility, yes, but confidence, yes. And be willing to change. Be willing to change. Be willing to sell your big house. Be willing to get out of your apartment. And be willing, if the season of car living is over and you want to go to an RV lot, or you want to be willing to do that. Be willing to do whatever best serves your self-care. Because out of self-care flows your well-being. And whenever you are in a well place, that's where your destiny is. That's where your blessing is. That's where your ministry is. That's where you can be a blessing to other people. When you can barely hold the pieces together for your own life, how can you use your gifts for the good? Because your gifts are meant to help others. Whether you have the gift of speaking, the gift of teaching, the gift of being a nurse, the gift of doing art, whatever your gift is, it only flows from a place of healing. And you can't be scared to be embarrassed. You can't be scared to be criticized. If you are, you'll never fulfill your destiny. You know how I remember standing up in classroom, electrical trade, not knowing what to do, but I volunteered what to do because I knew people were going to laugh and mock me. But I said, if I'm going to go forward in life, I got to get used to this feeling. I got to get used to other people looking at me odds, smirking, because they don't have the boldness to step up to their own life and be laughed at and be embarrassed. When you're willing to be embarrassed, you're ready to go forward. When you're not willing to be embarrassed, get in line behind the other people that are in debt, that are unhappy with their lives, and are dragging ass every day just to stay happy as a facade. The real happy people, they know how to get comfortable with being embarrassed, because that's what it's going to take to walk your fat ass out in spandex when everyone else is on their way to the pizzeria and they're looking at you laughing. They're looking at you laughing that you got on some bright orange leggings walking your fat ass around the community. That's what I did. Okay. I didn't go to Weight Watchers. I got my fat ass out there and I just walked to health. And when you're ready to do that, not in the dark time, in the fucking daytime. Okay. Not when it was 75 degrees and sunny. When it was fucking a blizzard, walk your ass outside. Okay? When it's hot as hell, walk. That's how you change your life. Not when conditions are perfect. When you got to do what you got to do. That's when you change your life. And that's what I'm talking about tonight. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm just going off on it. I love you, Simmy Seminole. I wish you the best. And you know, I always got love for my Floridians. Bull job, Sammy. What's going on, Bull job? Good to see you. T-Ma, nice to see you, T-Ma. Always good to have you. Love and respect to T-Ma. Let's take a drink of water. I want to thank and acknowledge all my viewers, my positive viewers, 90% positive, okay? Thank you for leaving good comments. Thank you for the thumbs up. Thank you for coming in the live chat and leaving. I'm not talking to myself. I have company. That means something to me. I acknowledge you. I appreciate you. And please let me know, is this live feed coming in clear? And can you hear me clear? Or is the audio... Damn it. I keep forgetting to instead off the back. Damn it. Rattle it down. Hey, Sammy. Andy G. Good evening, Sammy. Josh. What's up, Sam? Still here with you, homie. I appreciate that, Josh. Thank you. Thank you to you. Thank you to your son. Thank you to everyone who's still here for me. And even the people who aren't here for me, I still got love for them, but I got to go forward. And I am okay with everyone not liking me. I don't hurt anyone. I got real life history to prove that. But I'm not going to take shit from anyone. Okay. I stand for equality and fairness, period. And I share my perspective, period. You either get that or you don't. But you don't, just because you don't vibe with me don't mean you're wrong and I'm right. We just don't vibe, but that's okay. But we're going our separate ways. Okay. We're going our separate ways. But for those who are sticking with me and they're saying, look, I vibe with you, I appreciate that. But even if you don't, like, I don't have any hate in my heart. Now, I got to speak my mind, but I don't have any hate in my heart towards anyone. And I got love. And I appreciate Josh. Did you go to the car dealership with your son today? Rattling it down. Bad luck streak, trying to push through it. Well, rattling down, thank you for sharing that. Have I experienced, a bit? Yeah, I mean, I've been down in the dumps. Sometimes I feel like, things aren't going my way. I feel like I lost my dream. I wanted to do this. It's not going right. No, I feel bad. Overall, I have been blessed because I know my health. I know the different things in my life. I have been blessed, so I acknowledge some good grace and some good fortune. I'm just locking my door. Why lock your door? Look, if you're going to live in your car, just make it a habit of locking your doors. Now, chances are, is anybody going to do nothing? Chances are not, but just be mindful of that, okay? Even if you don't live in your car, just got to be mindful of that, okay? Because it's just one extra layer of protection. But what do you do when you're going through a bad time? One foot in front of the other. Self-care. And the grace of God be with you, because mental pain is real. And we experience mental pain when things are going bad. So I understand that. I got love for you. Rattling down. I'm praying for you. I got love for you. Shout out to you if you're still living full-time in your pickup. But if you're not, love and respect anyway, because I give you the freedom to change anytime you want. Change seasons. Now, it's getting ready to change seasons from summer to fall in some areas. It's getting dark earlier as I make this video. I think it's October 7th, 2018. But down here in Florida, it's endless summer. Okay. Now there's a little red tide. It's a little upsetting, but it's going to pass. Okay. God willing. And we're going to go forward. Endless summer. And will I buy a home base? I may. I may not. Okay, I don't know. We're still going back and forth. That's all right. Simply Seminole. Thanks, Simply Seminole. I got love for you. Gotta go forward. Okay, I don't care if your profile picture is not a reality of who you are. You may have crooked teeth, a nasty ass, it's flat, it's not attractive, and you may not look good. You know what? Get comfortable with that. Why? Because the more you can own your insecurities, the better you are. Okay? Too much filter's no good. Now look, do I want the camera to hit me on the right angle? Hell yeah, I want to look hot. But I got a wide ass. Okay? And believe me, I got, if I take my clothes off, I got imperfections. You got to get comfortable with that. Why? Because who cares? If people aren't attracted to you, who cares? It's a win to not be in a relationship. It's a win. Now, if somebody wants to be with you, that's actually an L. You're better off just being the side guy or the side girl, but not really. But you know what I'm saying? Like, that's why I learned in life. Like, it's a win for me if people ain't feeling me. Why? One less relationship I got to deal with. Like, people think like my minimalism is just me living out of one bag in my Jeep Renegade. My minimalism is how many people can I cut the hell out of my life? Whether it's a YouTube viewer, a hot MILF, or whoever. I don't want to deal with people. Love and respect. Taylor. I know the unhealthy relationship bit. Still healing, almost 2 years. He messed me up mentally really bad. Well, I've been there. A MILF got me one time. Now, how long does it take to heal from an unhealthy relationship? It takes 3 months, no contact, to get your wind back. Meaning to stop crying on demand. It takes 3 years, no contact, to make a full recovery. Every time you establish contact, a text, I just want to check in and see how you're doing. An Instagram direct message, every time you initiate contact, that healing process hits reset. You know, like when you got a shot clock and when it hits the rim, the shot clock resets. Every time you're in a healing process and you initiate contact, because you say, well, you know what? I think I'm going to reach out because maybe I was wrong and they were right. Fuck that. You left for a reason. You left Jersey for a reason, and you left that unhealthy relationship for a reason. And the minute you forget that is the minute your healing is going to start all over again. Now, it's very hard, so I have compassion. I have compassion that people go back to unhealthy relationships because it's hard. It's hard to change. It's hard not to want to go back to what's comfortable. I understand that, so I'm not judging, but I'm sharing it just what I've been through. And this is what I'm talking about. I try to tell you guys and girls, when you have to change and when you have to get out of something, you got to be really intense. They got to be under self-control. You don't want to go crazy. I mean, and I don't like to use that word crazy, but you got to be intense and focused. The difference between a laser and a light is focus. Okay? Put myself back in focus. You understand what I'm saying? So, love to you. Thank you for sharing, Taylor. We got to go forward. Bull Jive. My vote is pass on the home base and keep it moving. Do you? Well, Bull Jive, I appreciate that support, and I appreciate your positivity, and I appreciate all the people giving me their feedback. I'm listening to you guys. Most people just give me good feedback, and that was good feedback. And, look, ultimately, like everything, I'll make my own decision because ultimately, only I know me, right? No one knows you better than you. And you got to live with yourself, no one else. But I appreciate that because Bull Jive, you're in my book right now, you're a positive viewer. And I appreciate that. And I'm listening. Some people, I would say it's pretty close, but I would say on average, the majority of my viewers have pretty much voted to kind of lean away towards the home base. There has been some people that say do home base, and there's some people that are just like in between. Now, probably most people say no home base because they start watching me for living in a car, and I know they like that inspires them, and they say, well, if you leave it, then like I feel like, what I'm saying, where's my hope? And some people actually told me that. But also, I feel some people are telling me that because look, it's very rare that you get this free in life. And so people say, man, you got to be careful not to get caught back up into that bondage. Now, that's a fair point. I think about that. But for somebody who's been actually doing this for 2 years, your mind does get wore down a little bit. Like right now, I'm thinking about it. And I would like to, nighttime is the hardest. Right before I go to bed and finding a spot is the hardest because you're never settled. Even when you have a campground, I mean, you're a little bit more settled. But and my goal is fulfilled in the sense that my whole reason for starting this journey was to downsize and move to Florida. So, and even in my early videos, I made the point to say that the only thing I would ever do again was RV lot because I had that vision. And when you have a vision, it's going to irk you until you fulfill it. So I'm not 100%, but I feel something changing. I do. I would lie to you if I didn't. Then I'd be lying to you just to keep up a facade. I don't do that. And I feel something in my journey evolving because I don't feel the same as I did last year. But last year I was still living in New Jersey. And again, my main driver in this lifestyle was to live simply so I can take more risk, yes, so I can have more of my resources, yes, so I can free myself from mental anxieties, yes, but to move down to Florida and to live simply down here. You know, if I could buy a lot for 25,000 and have only fixed costs of 250, that may be worth it. That's low, and I'm starting to get a heaviness that for me, I think this is a good opportunity. And if it passes, I mean, I don't want to be anxious. That's why I'm taking my time. That's why I've really been patient. But I'm starting to feel like now I have to really, this week I think I have to. I mean, look, I don't have to, but I'm kind of like there where I got to make a decision now. So that's my plan this week. But I may not. I got to leave my mind open. I see the pros and cons. I'm an honest person with you guys. I'm not saying there's all pros here. But somebody just commented, a great viewer on my channel, said, look, you make car living seem exciting. I think I want to do it. I said, it is. It's been great to me. I said, but I want to, there's cons. I'm telling you right now, like a lot of people are watching me from your house or your apartment. And where I'm at right now is in a parking lot, a public parking lot. And I'm going to go find free parking, in an hour at 10 o'clock at night. I'm going to drive 40 minutes. So, and I'm going to wake up at 5 for work. So, I mean, I can do it, but I just want you to understand the reality of life. You know what I'm saying? So it's a good and a bad, but I'm not obligated to anyone. So, I have a lot of freedom. I mean, there's positive there. It's a season. Josh, props to you. Simply Seminole. That's right. Love and respect. Simply Seminole. Thanks, Josh. Zelda, Sam, you're on point. Well, I appreciate that, Zelda. Thank you for the love and support. Simply Seminole says, genuine and authenticity, y'all. Amen. Sincerity is something you want to aim for, and it's the people you want around you. No one's perfect. We all have a little bit of hypocrisy, but you want a level of sincerity. And, Seminole makes me think of, too, there's a lot of towns here in Florida, Okeechobee. There's different ones that are named after the Native Americans. There's different Indian River and stuff like that. You go read the plaques, and they show you the legacy of the Native Americans who were the original Floridians. And I'm going to do some videos on that. There's many plaques. Like a lot of times people say American history is the Confederate flag from the southern states. But the real American history is the Native Americans that were on this land. Okay, and there's traces of their history here. And there's not a fiery fury to keep their legacy alive sometimes, even though that's part of American history. And they weren't a perfect people either. No one's perfect people. So, and it's not about bringing that up, but it makes me think of that. It makes me think of that. And I got to share, because I see this. I actually travel. And so when I travel to these different towns, I look at the origins of the names. So, for example, Okeechobee, the origin of that, a lot of origin of these names. Boca Raton is Spanish for the Spanish settlers that came over here, and they were part of it too. So a lot of these towns have history, whether it's Native American history, Spanish history from when different Spaniards took over, European history from when they came over, legacies of changing of seasons in this country from hundreds of years ago. 300 years from now, Donald Trump and us will be on a plaque somewhere, and there'll be a whole nother brand of people. And see, people don't realize people think like, they're the only ones that ever were and ever will. But everything is fading. From dust we came, to dust will go. The spirit is the only thing that remains alive. Never forget that. And that's what I want to share with you. Love to you, sweetie. Joelle, hey, from Ontario. Shout out to my Canadian brothers and sisters. A lot of Canadians down here. They're starting to migrate down. I saw an Ontario plate today in the community I was looking at. I saw it. So there's some Canadians even there. Simply Seminole. Cheers. Love and respect. Zelda, 2 thumbs up. Yes, you're good. Praise the Lord. I love good audio and good video. Thank you. Aaron. Nomad. Hope all is well. Aaron, hope you're doing good too. Yolanda. I'm having the most difficult time with self-care, my own. Thank you for sharing. I'm having to build from the foundation at 55 and a half. Thank you for sharing. Nevertheless, the journey has been incredibly insightful. Well, Yolanda, you healed just now. Every time you confess your sins, and that's not sins, but every time you confess what you struggle with, you heal yourself and everyone else who hears you. That's the value of confessing. Not that I'm absolving you of sin, because it isn't a sin, and no one, can absolve you. But this is you self-healing by self-expressing what you're going through. Hell yeah, that's healing. That's therapy. Because everything is inside you to heal. And part of that is articulating what you feel, communicating it, and then saying, you know what, we got to go forward. And that's what you just did, that comment. And if you fall, you get back up. If you fall, you get back up. How do you change your life? Go for a walk. Right now, what time is it? 9 o'clock at night? Now, unless you're in a horrible area where you feel like you put your life in jeopardy, go outside and walk. Go outside and walk right now. That will change your life. And I believe in it. That's what I did in my life. And that's what I do. Every night, every day I walk. You know how much I walk? I thank God for the ability to walk. I thank God for that. I don't take that for granted. And I got to walk to keep myself in a good place. That's why I love Florida. That's why I love hot weather. I got to walk. And I got to be outside. I'll do it in a blizzard if I have to, but I don't want to. And that's why I moved down here. Love and respect. Simply Seminole. I hear you, Londa. We got to put the oxygen mask on. Yep. Shout out to my girl, Jenny. Now, I blocked her. Why? Because she got a little reckless with her tongue. And I shall block anyone that I wish. And but Jenny said that, and I gave her credit for it. I try to show her love. And now, I'm not saying she's wrong. But she said that. She said, and maybe she's in here now as a different name. I don't know. She had a million different profiles. But she said, and I give her credit. I posted it because I thought she did a great job. But she said, kept playing games. Too clever for her own good. I love her though. But she said, she gave the analogy that when you're in an airplane, the first thing that you're taught before you take off is if the turbulence comes, that you put the oxygen mask on yourself first so that you have the capacity to help other people. You don't put the oxygen mask on the children or the older people first. You put it on yourself. Why? So that you have the capacity to help them. Never forget that. And that's a parable. Don't take it too literally. You know what I'm saying? Yolanda, my bad. Hey, Sam. Yolanda, I'm not mad at you. Ice T says, happy 1,000 video. My God, Ice T says, check it up. I even noticed that myself. Guys and girls, this is my 1,000 video on YouTube. I've been on YouTube for a year and 3 months, and I have 1,000 videos. This is officially the 1,000th video as I go live. Cheers. About 1.3 million views. Cheers. How much have I made? About $1,300. I make about $250 a month on this, okay? If you ever want a pre-tax, okay? It took me about 9 months to get monetized, and right now I make about $250 a month, okay? Pre-tax, just in case you want to know. Simply Seminole. Supposed to drop in 60s here in a couple weeks, I think. Well, I know it is next week in Jersey because I looked to see if I go up this week to see my mom. And I said, well, if I do it this week, I definitely would have to do it this week because I ain't going next week when it's in the 60s. Now, 60s not that bad, but for me now, it's freezing. I'm in a tank top every day and I'm sweating. I like that. I don't want to be back like all bundled up. Now, at night, it's nice when it's cooler. But for me, it's very cool now in Florida. Like at night, it's in the 70s and that's all I need. That's what I like. Josh, yeah. We did look at cars today. Good job. Sunday is my favorite day. I remember that. To look without the pushy salesman. Oh, they're like sharks. I got one guy, went to the RV dealership today. Guy came up to me with a cigarette. He was like blowing smoke in my eyes. Like, this guy's crazy. And he said, can I help you find anything? I said, no, I'm good. I'm just looking. And then he's like, no, we'll get in a golf cart because they got golf carts over here. This floor. And they want to like show me around. I said, bro. I said, I got it. And he's like, no, come in. And then I had to get like a little forceful. I said, look. I said, unless I have to get in that cart, I'm not getting in that cart. I said, I know, I'm just going to look around. I said, okay, what you do you want me to leave? And he goes, no, that's all right. This guy's crazy. He's smoking a cigarette. And go take care of your health, B. Go do some self-care. But he's trying to sell me an RV. And you know what I mean? I understand. Now, but he was the wrong, see, that's the thing. I won't do business with him. Now, if he had the RV I wanted and there was no other place, I'd do business with him. But I went up the street. Guy had the thing I was looking for. He wasn't pushy. Now, if I buy something, I'm going to buy it from a non-pushy guy. That's a lesson to all you salespeople out there. You got to plant to see, but don't be too aggressive, especially if you got a cigarette smoking. Come on, man. That's like crazy. That's like secondhand smoke. This guy's crazy. I'm with you, Josh. What cars do you like right now? Rattling it down. still in the truck, supposed to get my topper next week. Congratulations. Thanks for your daily encouragement. That's what I'm talking about. Good job with the topper. What type of topper? You getting a Lear topper? Love and respect. Ice thesis. It is colder by the day in Baltimore. Oh, it's a disaster up there. I love you, brother. It's a disaster. Hopefully somebody will be down in Florida. Ice thesis, man. You know I got a spot for you because I love you. I appreciate you. I'm a big fan of yours. Baltimore's a disaster. Now Jersey's more north than that. It's a disaster too. Now I love them. See, now people don't get upset when I say New Jersey and Baltimore's a disaster. But if I say, like, Florida's got red tide and pollution, whoa, you Yankee, you don't know what you're talking about. They don't like that. They don't like that. But they love when I say New Jersey's a dump. They like that. These people are assholes. That's all right. Taylor, cheers. Cheers to you. Love and respect. Yolanda, singleness is a gift. Never forget it. Singleness is a gift. Never forget it. Now, being married is also a gift. I want to be fair. But you have to know thyself. And Jesus said, his disciples asked him, well, are you saying it's better to be single? He goes, yeah, but not everyone can handle this. Think about that one. It may change your life. Ice thesis. How should someone figure out what they should do, live in a car or live in a home? It's not, in my opinion, in my experience, it's not something you figure out. It's something inside you. And so you don't need to figure it out. You just need to know yourself. I mean, so like no one had to convince me about living in a car. Like I was looking for downsizing, and then like I was looking at on YouTube, I saw people living in their RVs, and then I saw people living in their vans. And like no one sold me on it. It was just like I said, this may work for me. And I took the accountability that if I decide to do it right or wrong, I'm going to take accountability. Like no one else sold me on it. And that's what I always tell you. Like, look, if I inspire you, that's great. But if you decide to do it, you have to take accountability. It may work out, it may not. But that's everything in life. Like, even if I buy this home base, like if some people tell me not to do it and I don't do it because of them, then shame on me. Now, if somebody tell me to do it and I do it because of them, shame on me. No matter what I do, I'm going to own my decisions, right or wrong. That's as an adult, that's what you learn. But I love it. But what you want around you is the right people. So like ice thesis, whether you do or don't, or I got love and support, I'll support you. But what I found in life, like you'll have a vision. Like I have a vision of an RV lot. Like I had one. Like I had a vision of, I don't even say I had a vision of, I always had a vision of living simply. And I was always intrigued by that, but I was never really thought of car living. That was just something that through my research, I was shown it. And I just said, you know what? For this season of my life, this is a great transitional period. And it may work out long term. And for 2 years it has. And I may do it for longer, but I do feel a little change coming. I do. Josh, speaking the truth, Yolanda. Amen. Yolanda, every bit of those 3 years. Ice thesis. Uploading 1,000 videos proves how dedicated you are. Thank you. No matter what anyone says, here to 1,000 more. Ice thesis. Here's to you. You are a leader. And even when you fail, remember you are a leader. And failure is part of the refining process. It sucks. I don't want anyone to go through failure. But there's going to be a season of your life where you fail publicly and you feel like a hypocrite and you want to crawl under a rock. And for a season, you may have to crawl under a rock. I did, because you got to self-care. When you have to heal, you got to retreat a little bit. You got to take care of yourself. But then you have to just, allow it to make you humble. But you have to have humility, but you have to have a level of boldness. I'll never forget when I fucked up at work one time. I was on a conference call at a new job, and I wanted to prove myself. Okay, I wanted to show that I know I'm smart, I can figure this out. And so the director had asked a question to all the people on the call. And I spoke up, and I was like, I'm going to show her, I'm going to speak up. And so I spoke up, and I gave an answer, and I was like a little bit arrogant. Not arrogant, because I wasn't arrogant, but I came across the wrong way I came across wrong, period. And I felt it. I felt it after I said it. And the director didn't say anything to me, and he kind of even covered for me. I give him credit. He just said, after I got done speaking, there was a little silence, and he was, well, Sam is new, so he'll figure it out, and he was gracious. And then the next conference call, the next week was a follow-up. Somebody asked me a question, and I was so timid and so shy and soft-spoken that the director pulled me aside after the meeting and said, Sam, what the hell was that? And he goes, I realized that last week, you may have spoke up a little too much. He goes, but I don't need you like to be timid. He goes, if you're going to be like that, then, there's no reason for you to be here. You have to, you have to assert yourself. You have to be humble, and you should be, but you have to also be bold. You have to find that balance. And he said that in so many words, and I thank him for that. And this is what I've learned in life, and I think it's a life lesson. Ice Thesis. I went to a sports bar last night to watch the McGregor fight. I just watched that on YouTube. I'm going to speak on that in a minute. Let me finish reading your comment. And I saw so many people drinking their lives away, had to get out of there, was not healthy. Well, amen, I agree with that. The McGregor fight and watching a fight like that to me is totally evil. I don't care what anybody disagrees. It's barbaric. I watched it, and that's why I ended like that. It's barbaric. And I don't have a piece about that, just like I don't have a piece about horror movies. It's just, to me, it's too violent. And that's why both of their lives are like destroyed, and like it's all tension and all gets to crazy talk. And I mean, people used to think like boxing was too violent. And that UFC stuff, man, too violent, man. I'd rather have WWF Ultimate Warrior, man. Violence ain't the answer. I don't care if it's a thing like in the sport, man. That's not the answer. And that's all that breeds, man. And all the people that watch that get drunk, overeat. I mean, and it's for an immature mind. I know I'll offend some people with that, but that's my take on it. And even watching it, the replay on YouTube, when I watched it, I said, man, this is why I don't watch this stuff. I didn't feel right. And then it ended in a thing like where the guy jumped over the thing and they started fighting it like in real life. And it's like, man, this is just a disgrace, man. But, I mean, again, I'm 38. I didn't always feel like this. I watched Tyson and stuff when I was young. But, I mean, boxing is a little bit different in one sense, but UFC, man, it's not my thing, man. I don't like it. Too much violence. I don't even watch football anymore. I think it's too violent. And I play football. So, take it for what it is. You change. I've changed on different things. I've evolved. I think, I mean, again, I used to play football. I used to love football. But I think football's too violent. I think UFC's too violent. I think it's a barbaric society, man. I mean, I really do. I mean, we're almost going backwards. Like to the gladiator days. Like where they basically just put two poor people that were brute monsters in the stadium to fight for the rich people. I mean, it's just a disaster. That's how I feel. Buljav. Finding a spot to park for the night, I bet, is super stressful. Though I get 100% why you are still unsure. Tough decision. Well, thank you, Buljav. That's actually an excellent comment. Because it is. Now, look, finding a spot to park is a little bit less stressful on me now because I kind of know the different lay of the land. When you don't know the lay of the land, it's very stressful. Even though you can do a lot of research online, that's why your phone is your number one resource. And you better learn how to use your phone. You better learn how to use technology if you're going to do this lifestyle, because that's going to help you a lot. But especially with the MapQuest and all that. But what I can tell you is it is, and it's also stressful making a decision. But if it's still available, I mean, more and more, I mean, I'm at a more peace with things now because I'm at a mature place that I've saved, I've worked, and I'm positioned well. And what I feel like is even if I buy this lot, and if it doesn't work out, I mean, even if I took a loss on the property, it's a low liability. Unless something would really go haywire with the HOA, and that would be a tough one. I mean, I could probably still get out of it, but that's my biggest concern is marrying the HOA. That is my biggest concern. Because if it was just me, then I know it's just me. But the problem was, if I get something at that price point that doesn't have an HOA, I'm going to be in the middle of nowhere with no street lights, just raw land. And I don't want to be there. I mean, that's the value of community, is that you're able to do more. The downside of a community is that you're married to more people and you got to deal with more people. Like, I even talked to one of the neighbors today. Good guy. He moved there from, I forgot what country, maybe Indiana. And he still works, but he's like semi-retired. And he was saying, look, he goes, I keep to myself. He goes, but I'm not going to lie to you. He's like, you put any amount of people together and there's politics. He goes, the HOA can be political. He goes, overall, if you mind your business, you're not going to have any problem. He goes, but, some of them like to drink. And he goes, that's an issue sometimes here. But they're older, just old. He goes, they're older cliques. And, sometimes they're selective on who they enforce the rules on. And I understand it's politics. It's politics of life. You can never escape that. And sometimes, like the old drunk people, they want to run the world. That's how life is. And but I was part of HOA for 15 years, and what I can tell you is what I've learned on average. There's always exceptions. Is if you mind your business, if you don't cause problems, you're going to be okay. And that's what I feel. But ultimately, like if there's a huge infrastructure break, like in the water line, everyone's got to pay for it. So, but there's about 250 units in there, so the cost should be spread evenly. So, I mean, I'm going to have some mental anxieties there, some stress, but I think I can deal with that because I know what it is. I've dealt with it, and I'm dealing with it at a small level. I hope. And what I feel is the community is not that far from I'm 45 minutes from a major city. I'm 45 minutes from an airport. So, you know, like I'm not isolated. Like if I go real isolationist, then I'm not like, and if God forbid something happened to my job, like then I'm really screwed. Or then I just have a piece of property that's nowhere near that can help me. So I feel like I'm in the cut a little bit, and I'm at a low price point that if I have to reposition my life again, I'm in a good position. As best you can be. Shit can always hit the fan, no matter how much you plan. It's just the reality of life. You're never in it's guaranteed investment. Every decision you make, there's no guarantee. There's only mitigating your risk, and that's it. Just like, when you invest, they always say like, chance of risk, so every decision is a chance of risk. Right now at night, I take chance of I risk right now. So I understand what life is. So love. GM19 now, what's up, bro? What's going on? Taylor, truth. I left him for a reason. Never forget it. Good job. I need to really heal because he reaches out every so often. Well, hold on. I love you. I love you. I love you. I want you to hear that. If he still has your number, shame on you. If you haven't changed your number and not given it to him and everyone that knows him, shame on you. You have not really taken the steps you need to heal. You're playing a game. I had a girl that I was dating on the side tell me that from her ex. She goes, he keeps reaching out to me via email on his phone. I was like, why don't you change your phone? She doesn't want to get over him. It's not his fault, her fault. You are enabling unhealthy relationship. You're an enabler. Taylor, you're an enabler. Now, you may not want to hear that, but then you don't want to heal. You should change your number. He should never have it. Unless you have a child together, there's no reason to talk because you already know it's unhealthy. That's the reality of truth. Now, if you're going to go forward, you're going to accept that. If you're not, you're not. But it's your life. You should do whatever you want. But I'm giving you my opinion based on my experience and what I've seen. I got love for you, but you're on the road to a disaster until you change your number. Taylor, have a good night, Sam. I hope you heard that. Gotta sleep. Be up at 5 a.m. Go. Well, I still love you, but I know you're probably a little upset with me. But I'm speaking that truth. Icethesis. I went to a beautiful park in a place I have never been before. Good job. That's a beautiful thing. I have the Graceland. Oh, Grace, Maryland? Okay. It was a great experience. Just shout out to Maryland. Oh, Chesapeake Bay? Great area. Shout out to Maryland. I got some friends in Maryland. Love and respect to Maryland, Washington, D.C. area. All that. Love and respect. Charlie, hi from Puerto Rico. Love and respect to all my Puerto Rican friends. Puerto Rico, part of the United States of America. Never forget that. Puerto Ricans are United States citizens. Never forget that. And my first love, Puerto Rican and black. Never forget that. And what I can tell you is I love Puerto Ricans. I do, bottom line. But I love everyone. Asian, Indian, doesn't matter. But there's a special place in my heart for Puerto Rican girls. I do. I got great Puerto Rican friends. I lived with a Puerto Rican friend for a while. Him and his family took great care of me. And I'm not even going to tell you that the rice and beans that his mom cooked, phenomenal. Okay, phenomenal. Now, all I can tell you is I'm a rice and beans guy, but not anymore. But I used to be, and I remember my friend used to tell me, Sam, you could always get a second plate. Don't go crazy. I used to go crazy. I used to love that food. Good job. Zelda. Oh, Tom Hanks. Hey, Tom, what's up? Zelda. Hey, Zelda, good to see you. Tima. Cheers to one. Let me turn the light on. Cheers to 1,000 videos. Thank you. I will tune in whether you have a home base or not. Well, thank you. Love your energy and honesty and inspiration. Hand pump emoji. Thank you, Tima. Love and respect back to you. Yolanda. I got in from my last walk. Good job. About 15 minutes ago. An hour and 15 minutes ago. Good job. I love walking, Sam. Good job, Yolanda. That's how you change your life. Keep doing it. Peso Mystic. DWL. See, that's why I pulled over at a truck. Gotta catch at least one discussion live this week. Thank you. I love this virtual hangout. Me too. It's like having good friends. I'm not obligated. So, yes, that's exactly how I feel. Good job. Thumbs up to you. Yes, that's how I feel. Ice Thesis. Haha, Sam. Thank you, brother. Drive safe and stay with me, man. I love you. I appreciate you. A shout out to all my truck drivers. If there's anyone out there who's listening, I sleep in a lot of truck stops, and I feel like bonded to them. So love and respect, man. Any truck drivers out there? And also, I want to plug a channel. Who's the truck driver that I watch from the Bronx? Damn, what's his name? KB the Trucker. KB the Trucker is a guy from the Bronx who full times he's a trucker. Watch his YouTube channel. I'm subscribed to it. I watch him. Ice Thesis. I love Baltimore. Never forget your roots. I'm not mad at that. Love and respect to B-Mole. Rattle it down. Lear, they are taking twice as long as promised. I'm sorry about that. That sucks. That is frustrating. I don't mean to laugh at that. I lost my tent today. I'm sorry about that. Need it for the rain. Well, I can understand that. Do you have a 4-door pickup or a 2-door? Could you set your pickup up inside to sleep? If it's 2-door, probably not. Yolanda, at Simply Seminole, mask on. Good looking out. I'm not mad at that. I was listening to Future today. Mask off. Ice Thesis. After this, finishing up some work, going to bed. Good job. I'm getting ready to go to bed myself. A little bit, not yet. Waking up at 5 a.m. Good job. Going for a short walk and off to school. The cycle of life continues. Ice Thesis, you on the right track, brother. Yolanda, at Josh. Thanks. GM199. I listened to soft piano instrumental and realized my blessing. I'm not mad at that. That sounds soothing. Good job. Ice Thesis. Do you still have a portable battery to charge your phone? I do. I don't use it anymore. I haven't used it in months. I just bought like a $5 or $10 one from Walmart. I don't know why I don't use it anymore. I'm glad you brought that up. This is it right here. I think it was like $8 from Walmart. I did a video about it. And you got to charge it. It's charged now. I just put the USB charger here and then the other end of my phone, and this will charge it up while you sleep. It's not that strong. They have more stronger ones, but that's a good point. You should get one of these. I don't know why I don't use it that often. I try to keep my phone charged before I go to bed, but last night I let my charge get too low, and when I woke up, it was only 1%. The number one thing, one of the best things you need to know if you are going to live in your car is keep your phone battery charged, because that's your number one resource, especially if you need help or anything else. So, good job. Doug, my brother from New Mexico. Good evening from the windy New Mexico. We have a storm coming through tonight. Well, I'm sorry. You are on this Sunday? Are you ready for the work week? I am ready for the work week. I wish I was just living off my investments, but I'm closer than I was this time last year, so I want to be thankful. And I am thankful for a job. I got through some stresses. I mean, like 2 weeks ago, work was really stressful. Last week was pretty good because also I spoke up. Again, I'm part of a new department, so like for a month straight, I had a heavy workload, and like a week and a half ago, like it was just getting too much. And I said, look, you guys know I'm a team player, I'm a hard worker, but we got to divide this workload up. I just can't take on every project. I mean, I felt like I was like suffocating. I mean, it was just too much. And but I try not to only say that if I'm really like serious, because I don't, when you say that, you got to be at a point, so, because I'm not a complainer, but I had to speak up. It was just too much. And that helped because that relieved some of the pressure, and they agreed. So, don't complain. I always go the extra mile, but if it's at a consistent point of too much work, you have to speak up, because you're not going to be a blessing to your employer if your workload's overloaded. Now, obviously, look, I mean, if it's part of the job and it is, then that's something you got to decide, and that's something you got to sit down with your boss. But this was, I was doing like, extra. And so based on what I was told. So again, I'm blessed to work with good people. I haven't always, but I am blessed to work with good people. So I'm thankful for that. It's not easy when you don't, but so I feel good going into this week. Like I said, the last couple of weeks were stressful. And when you're a part of a new department, it's stressful because you're in a whole transition period. When you do something new, whether you live in your car, whether you buy a home base, or whether you start a new department, a new job, there's a few month transition, and we're still in that. but things are starting to settle in because now I'm like, I think I started this new position May 7th. So what's today? Today's October 7th. So like 5 months now, I've been in this new position. So, now it's starting to settle in. It takes about 6 to 12 months to you to settle into doing something new. That's what I've learned in life. So I'm thankful for that. And I know work sucks, but we just gotta be thankful because we need money. Until we can, just live off our investments or strip at, breathless. We gotta do what we gotta do. Buljav. Just want to say, to everyone in this room, let's attack this week. Good job. And really make some progress mentally, physically, and financially. God bless. Buljav. Good comment. I agree. Thumbs up. Good job, man. Doug says, Buljav, damn right. Yeah, that's positivity, man. I feel that. Good job. Kimberly, or block them. Cell phone contacts can be blocked. No, don't block them. Don't block them because there's no, in my opinion, okay, just you should do what you want. You have to make a commitment to a new life. This is my opinion, okay? You should do what you want. And a block is not a change, okay? A block is, he can still have someone else call your phone number. He can use a different phone number to call you. You're still leaving a gateway open to the past. You're not ready to change seasons. You're ready to act like you are, and then there's going to be an excuse why he was able to get in touch with you. There should be absolutely no way, even if you use a different number, that he can get in touch with you. You know how many people have my actual phone number other than business contacts? Maybe 5 people. And I've made a point to tell the people that have my phone number, if you give my phone number away and you don't call me first, we're going to have a problem. And you're not going to be in my inner circle. People call me now, and they say, even like now, they call me and say, Sam, look, I'm going to give somebody your number. Is that okay? And I say, well, I appreciate you calling because it is okay. But if you would have just called me out of the blue, I would say, how you got my number? My phone number, look, you want to reach out to me, you can do social media. And my phone number, your phone number is one of the most intimate pieces of data that anyone can have. And you, as an adult, you better take that serious. And if you're too lazy to go online to Sprint or Verizon and change your phone number, you're not ready to change your life. If you're not willing to get uncomfortable with the fact that you're going to change your phone number, you're damn sure ain't going to get away from the guy who's giving you good dick. You damn sure ain't going to get away from him. You can't even change your phone number? You think you're going to forget the guy who was hitting you doggy style? Come on. What are you kidding? Come on. No, yeah. These people ain't ready for change. I love everyone, and I know that's harsh, but I got to be honest. Kimberly, hey, Sam. Hello. Loyalty means everything. What's up, Sam? What's up to you? Zakia? No alert until 40 minutes in? Well, damn, were you catching some good stuff? That's all right. Watch the replay. Yolanda, beans and rice are my absolute favorite. Me too. Red beans. Good job. Rattling down. 2-door, very uncomfortable. Well, I understand that. Yeah, 2-door, uncomfortable. I can understand that. Ice Jesus. Good evening, Sam. Good evening. Oh, good night, Sam. I'm sorry. Have a great day at work, you two, and stay safe on the road and while you sleep. Thank you. I shall pray for you. Please pray for me. Thank you, brother, for being who you are. Keep pushing forward. Doug, I have a goal, okay? Every Sunday, I have a reminder on the number of weeks left to the new point in my life, age 62. At that point, I may take Social Security and work part-time. Well, I don't like that goal. Doug, I love you. I don't like that goal. Why? You basically just say you want to wish, how old are you now? You want to wish like 4 years away of your life? That's not a good goal, man. Now, I understand that. Look, I want to have full retirement too, but I don't like that goal. That's my opinion. I love you. I love you. I don't like that goal. I like goals of, I understand where you're coming from, so I don't want to be unfair. But I just get concerned like you're wishing your life away. So live your dream now. Like if I had a goal to only walk outside when I got to Florida, I would have got to Florida 350 pounds. And at that point, I would have had another excuse. So I understand what you're saying. That's a long-term goal. And there's nothing wrong with that. But you have to have short-term goals that you start now that get you to your long-term goal. So right now, if you want to retire at 62, whether if you need to throw stuff out, if you need to reposition your life, whatever you need to do, I don't know. But just be mindful that that's what's on my mind, but I love you. And then he says, Doug, I have 16 weeks. I'm not mad at you, though, to go to be 62. I love you, Doug. Doug says, woohoo, I'm not mad at you. Doug probably knocking down some cores. I look back and I have been working 1 year less than the amount of time you have been on this planet. Yes, 37 freaking years. Well, I understand that. You do get burnt out. Look, you get burnt out living in your car, and you get burnt out in the workforce. So I got to be fair. Now, I've worked for 22 years. I've worked since I was, whatever, 16, 17. So I understand. I mean, I feel it. And I would like to not have to go to work. And I'm blessed now. At least I can work remotely. I got to be thankful for that. I know a lot of people don't have the opportunity. So I understand where you're coming from. But you also have been off for a year, right? I mean, you've been off for a year. So, you've had time to heal. You've been at karaoke. I know. But I understand. I'm not mad at you. Look, if it was up to me, everyone would get automatically $2,000 a month as like you know, just a printed money benefit. We print money here in the U.S. government. We give tax breaks to corporations. Here's $2,000 a month for everyone. Okay? Yeah. Trump's still hiring foreign workers, paying them $12 an hour. Here, you can have $2,000 a week. That's right. Make America great again. That's what I say. Kimberly, truth. Good job. Doug, Sam, if I can survive 37 years with six more, with six more to go, possibly 9 to Medicare. See, this is what happened. Ronald Reagan increased the age that you can collect Social Security. Why? Because he wanted tax cuts. He got them. He got trickled down, and you got an extra 2 years you have to wait to collect your benefits. That was the trade-off. Okay, that was the But he made America great. He was a tough talker. He was another rich elite that made it harder for the people. Okay, just like Trump, rich elite paying people pennies on a dollar, still tricking people that you got it better. You ain't got it better. But that's okay. Unemployment's low, right? You're all right. You're all right. It's okay. You can kick butt for the next 30 years. Yeah, I understand, Kimberly. I was just offering homegirls some advice. I have had same cell phone number for 20 years. And I had crazy stalker X, good dick and all. Yeah, I understand. Laugh out loud. But I was done with him, so I straight ignored it. Well, Kimberly, I understand. Good job. Kimberly, I got you. Doug, beans and rice. Love it as well, but never Mexican style. Not red beans, but pinto beans. Oh, I love pinto beans too. Kimberly. I was ready for change, and I kept it moving every time he called, and haven't heard from him since. I'm not mad at that. Doug, I have had my goals my entire life. I know. I appreciate you. Yes, this is a long-term goal. I have short-term ones to get there. Good job. Good point. I live my life well. You do, and you're a good brother. I love Doug. Doug, you should have a post, brother. Why, in the meantime, until you get a job, you should have a blog. You should have a YouTube channel. Why? Because I hear you articulate and encourage and put good comments. And you're a sales guy. You know how to package it up. What the hell are you doing? Like, I do this at my own expense. You should have your own channel, brother. Now, I know you got the channel about Mexico, New Mexico, and all like the beautiful scenes, but you should be on there speaking, encouraging people. You got the work. You got the ability to articulate. You're a sales guy, okay? You're a Trump. You're a sales guy. Sell it, man. Sell it, man. Do you. Use your gift. That's what I'm talking about. Good job. My wife is a great partner, and we get out a lot. I'm not mad at that. Eric. Yo, I'm behind. Do you have a home base yet? Not yet, but more and more I'm feeling like it's time. Pray for me, Eric. What do you think, Eric? Would you do it? And yes, universal basic income. Yeah, why not? Why not? Trump got $1 million loan from his father. You should be able to at least get $2,000 a month. Catch up to Trump. Trump was able to build an empire because he got $1 million loan from his father. Were you blessed to have that? Well, shit. Then they can at least give you $2,000 a month, because guess what he's doing? He's, for Mar-a-Lago, he's flying foreign workers over and paying them $10, $12 an hour to cook dinner for his wealthy friends, okay? Oh, but he loves, make America great. 3.7 unemployment. That's great. Oh, yeah, let's get a Supreme Court guy that knows how to drink and has a bad history. That's okay. Oh, yeah, you don't believe in women's rights? That's all right. We love everyone. Make America great. It's good. But all politicians are bad, because, Barack Obama, he has faults too. That's okay. Doug, I love $2,000 a month. New Mexico is so cheap combined with my financial situation. $2,000 a month would be great in my situation. Yeah, I'm going to do it. I'm going to pass that. And I'm passing basic catastrophic health care for everyone. That's right. Trump's going to pay for that. Trump and Carl Icahn, okay? Icahn, who bought Trump Plaza that went into bankruptcy. He bought all of Donald Trump's assets once he went into bankruptcy in Atlantic City and resold them. Guess what? We're going to tax the shit out of them, okay? Oh, yeah, tax going up on them, but not everybody else. The 99% of society that are watching me on YouTube, 1% of society ain't watching me, they're going to get the benefit. I'm taxing it, and they're still going to be rich. Donald Trump's still going to be rich, and so is Carl Icahn. But guess what? You're going to get $2,000 a month, and you're going to get basic health care. That's right. That's right. It's a birthright. Yes. Then let them all hate. I don't give a fuck. Doug, good idea about a channel. You are right. I am a sales guy. That's right. Sell shit, but be a good man of integrity. But sell that shit. Trump's over there selling everything. You can sell it too, man. Sell it too. The only problem with Bernie Sanders is the guy's got no heart, man. The guy's got no heart. He's got some guy. The guy's got no heart. You got to have heart. You got to be bold a little bit. And that's it. They're going to hate on you anyway. Let them hate. Fuck them. And try to do positive in the midst of frustration. There you go. And I agree with you 100%. Actually, according to the new investigative article in the NYT, he's got $40 million, only paying 5% tax instead of 50% they owed. Oh, hell yeah. He ran his whole business on debt. He even said it. His whole business was debt. And when it got too hard, he filed bankruptcy. He knows how to play the game. Trump's very smart. I don't think he's dumb. He knows how to play the game. But his gift is he knows how to play the game, and he had a head start in life because he came from a privileged family. Okay, so there's people that aren't as smart as him, but they get squashed. They didn't come from a privileged family, so they get squashed. Okay, it's not right. Now I'm not saying like he should suffer and everyone else should do great, but you know what? You should get $2,000 just on GP. That's all right. Doug, stand for president 2020. Well, I'm doing it from my car because I ain't going traveling all over the world. I want to stay in Florida, just like Trump does in the winter. That's okay. And the $1 million loan story, just another lie. Oh, yeah, they all lie, but I want to be fair, true. Hillary Clinton was a liar, okay? Barack Obama had some faults. So all politicians are imperfect. So I don't want to sit here that it's like just Republicans or just Trump. But, I'm just sharing. That's all. And some people like me, some people don't. I don't care. Eric, I'm moving out of my house in January here in Vegas. Thinking about Minnesota. Not quite ready for Florida Jeep living. Well, if you think about Minnesota, you definitely ain't ready for Florida. Still have a card collection. Oh, if you got, I'm with you. I'm not mad at you, Eric. Good job. And Trump was getting $2,000 salary when he was 3 years old. Yeah, he's a rich privilege. And all those kids ain't never going to talk back to him because they all want the inheritance. That's okay. Look, but I want to be fair. Trump has done some good things, and some things he's right on. So a lot of people don't want to hear that either. I'm not going to bash him 100%. Some things he's right on, and he won for a reason. Hillary was straight pander, and she had her crooked things too. But they're all crooked. But who runs the HOA? The old drunk people. Who runs the world? The old asshole people. Period. Okay. Crown Moon. Oh my God, you're live, and you caught me. Good job. Doug, I'm gonna call tonight. Take care of the guy that we know as Sam. Good job. Give him some personal care. I will. I may watch some free porn tonight. And keep posting. He gives me and other people on Channel Hope. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Hey, Rash, what's up, brother? Love and respect to Vancouver. Hey, Sam, Rusty Concita is really classy with that zero shell exterior and stylish. Yeah, it looks a little... If I was in your position wanting a home base, I'd rent a used Casita out to a woman and sleep in the Jeep. I hear you, brother. I hear you. Love and respect, man. And... yes, they all lie. They do. And I don't affiliate with either party. Good job. I'm independent. Good job. Crown Moon. I'm going to be living in my car, okay, for a while. And I found your channel, and I'm so happy you're live. I have so many questions. I need your help. All right, well, hold on. I love you. Don't ask me how I stay cool and how I stay hot. Don't ask me like, what are you doing? It's cold. What are you doing? It's hot. Don't ask me that. If you ask me that, I'm going to block you. I love you, but I'm not, because you're not ready. You're not ready to live in a car. You're not ready. You're ready to talk about living in a car. And don't ask me about solar. And don't ask me about, those are major things. But anything else, you can ask me. It's all right. Doug, give me a lot of palm trees. Thank you, Crown. If I want to sleep in my car, can I leave my windows up? You should leave all your windows cracked. Even when I slept in 0 below weather in New Jersey, I left them cracked. Even when I sleep in the summer in Florida, I leave them cracked a quarter of the way down. The only time I've slept with them all the way up was when I was in a campground. There was a crazy amount of gnats, no-see-em gnats. One night I slept with them up, but after I slept and I woke up, I was like, this ain't the right way to do it. You can feel you don't get enough fresh air. You're not going to die, but you just don't get enough fresh air. So unless it's like an extreme situation like that, you should leave your windows cracked a quarter of the inch down, a quarter of the way down. Eric, depends on where you live, crowd. Out here in Vegas, windows, you'd be a baked potato. Well, I'm in Florida. It's hotter than Vegas. BBT, Sam, hello. Good to see you. Luke, sending you good Sunday vibes. Well, I'll take that. Thank you. And if please give me a thumbs up, because I'm sure I talk politics. I probably got some thumbs down. So if you can and if you want to, give me thumbs up. Don't take nothing but a little effort. Good job. Portland. Oh yeah, this guy. It's a shame. They're out there though. 17 MG Pat. Hey, no man, enjoy your life, bro. Thank you, I appreciate that. Luke, enjoy your video today, my man. On that cool looking RV. It was for 12K. That had a lot to offer. I thought it was. That's a contender. Crown Moon. I'm not here to troll. My mom is kicking me out on Friday. I don't have anywhere to go. I already got stuff together and bed padding. I live in Ohio. Well, the number one thing you're gonna need is not bed padding. It's not window covers. Not a gym membership. The number one thing you need is a job. Because without income, you don't have gas. Without income, you don't have food. So if you have a job, you're going to be okay. If you don't have a job, you better get your ass going. You better deliver pizzas like I did if you have to. Okay? Number one thing you need is a job, period. And you're going to be okay. Brady Bell. Hey, man. What's up, Brady? Crown Moon. I've just been here in the process of packing. Well, okay. Crown Moon. I have a job, luckily. Well, there you go. You're okay. You'll figure it out. If you get a job, you'll be okay. You'll figure it out. Good job. Crown Moon. I'm trying to get another one. Oh, see? You're going to be fine. Don't worry about it. You're going to be fine. Because if you're willing to work, you're going to get an income. You're going to be okay. Now, it's going to be a little bit rough in the beginning. You'll figure it out. And look, even if you decide to change or go, you're going to be okay. 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 Do your best. No one's perfect. I got love and respect for you. I got love and respect to everyone. Okay. One day at a time, guys. One step at a time. Do the best you can with what you have and keep pushing forward. Peace and love.